Breaking news for you on Sam Bankman-Fried. He is preparing to be extradited to the U.S. as soon as Monday. He's been in a jail in the Bahamas, and he is preparing to be extradited to the U.S. as soon as Monday. There were lots of different legal cases on this. Maybe he could continue to fight extradition, which means that he could stay in the Bahamas for a while, or you can make an argument that there's limited legal defense, and therefore, why not go and be extradited and go over to the U.S.? So it looks like we are learning that he is preparing to be extradited as soon as Monday. Joining us on the phone, joining us here on set, is Bloomberg Sonali Basak. Hey, Sonali, is this a surprise to you?
It's not really a surprise. Remember, initially when we knew that he sought to fight extradition, that was before he was denied bail. So he has been in that Bahamas prison. As we know, very difficult conditions in that prison. Now that he will not fight extradition, as we know that he will be brought to the U.S. to be tried. That will be a process as well. We need to know that the prosecutors will try to prove beyond a reasonable doubt that he intended to defraud investors. Remember, he has been saying in his public statements that he did not intend to do any of this. So it will be a long road ahead, but not all that surprising that he will be brought back to the United States at the end of the day.
Will there be a bail option available in the United States? How will it work? What does his short-term legal future, do you think, look like, Sonali?
I think it's no short term. It's going to be a very, very long term. 8 criminal counts is what he's facing from the U.S. Attorney's Office here. And so those are very serious counts, as we know. I don't know in the short term that things get easier for him and how he's going to prepare the defense against, again, those 8 criminal counts. But we did know, for example, just a couple of days ago that the Bahamas did intend to comply with this extradition treaty. So him coming back here to be tried, of course, we'll see. No other government, to my knowledge, has brought any other case as well, but this is a global case.
Sonali, do you have any indication yet if there are others that are going to be named and charged in any way? Because on conspiracy counts, you usually need someone else to conspire with. Yeah. Have we been hearing anything along those lines?
Well, certainly Damian Williams has said publicly that this is just the beginning. And so that does imply here that others will face certain scrutiny, if not charges themselves. So the investigation here is really early on in its process, so we'll see what ends up happening when it comes to other members involved, not only at FTX, but in Sam Bankman-Fried's broader circle.
Sonali, stay there. We need to bring in Katanga Johnson in the Bahamas to get another take on what is happening here. Katanga, just walk us through kind of what we understand about how the process is going to unfold over the next few hours.
What we understand is that as Sam Bankman-Fried, who's now entered the magistrate's court here in Nassau, he had requested for a bail appeal hearing, but the hearing will actually be him saying that he will revoke his right to fight extradition. And we're hearing from sources who've spoken to him directly that he intends to be extradited as soon as today. This, of course, is the case that his lawyers will be making this morning here at the magistrate's court, which is a turn of events from what we saw last week, where he said he had intended to fight extradition. Whether this is a result of the conditions at the Fox Hill prison, or whether it has to do more with a jurisdictional battle between the United States and the Bahamas is yet to be determined. But this is a change of strategy, it seems.
Yeah, and I should point out that you are outside the courthouse right now. Can you just walk us through anything you've seen, any details you're looking for? How do you expect the events to unfold over the next couple hours?
Yeah, we're seeing lots of people gather both outside and inside the courtroom, including members of the U.S. Embassy are present. I'm expecting to see his parents present as well. But I think this kind of support kind of shows that maybe the decisions around him being extradited might have come with some sort of deal with the U.S., at least 2 sources said. Whether that means he'll be granted bail or not, we have yet to hear that play out. But I imagine from our conversations with sources and the amount of support here today that whatever discussions took place sort of behind the scenes must have resulted in a better standing for him as he awaits some final decision after this hearing.